I'm 30 and they still look like a twink because I'm pretty skinny. I'm 175, which is like 5'9"-ish. Being Asian also adds up. Like, I don't have like a facial hair, I'm not that hairy, and I think in general Asian people tend to look younger. So in this video I want to talk about twink death, aging in gay community, what my experience is like, and why this concept is toxic. So twink death, I think it's originally a meme. That means that when you turn 30, you're not a twink anymore. Some people say that you're not a twink anymore at even 25. For example, Troye Sivan, who is the same age as me, last year he turned 30 and everyone was like, oh wow, you reached your twink death, blah blah blah. And there were some really mean videos comparing how he looked before and how he looks now, and they're like, oh no, the twink death is not going really well. That was actually insane. But I think that this twink death thing is not like universal for everyone. I mean, like, I think, as I mentioned before, Asian people tend to look younger, so I think for us it's not 25 for sure for most of us. But just in general, you know, I'm thinking of like, who is a twink? Like, why do we keep thinking that being a twink is also about like it's an age thing, you know? Because like everyone ages differently. There's this evolution, right? Like if you're a twink, then you become a twank, and then you become a daddy. Me, like I go to gym, not like I'm not like a gym buddy, gym bro kind of, you know, like doing it like super intensely. I do it mostly for my mental health. And like, for example, last year I could gain some weight, like I could become a little bigger, and people were commenting like on social media that, oh wow, you're a twank now, blah blah blah. But then like I sort of had to move to another country. In general, I was traveling a lot. Maybe we're more stressed than before, so I like lost my weight and I became skinny again. Like I've been skinny most of my life. Like I'm just like, you know, it's sort of like natural to me already. Like when I gained the weight, like when I was like, I think last year I was like around 10 kilograms more than I am now. And at some point I started feeling not so comfortable. Yeah, I lost weight again, and I'm like, now I'm very skinny now, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm very satisfied with how my body looks like. And but at the same time I turned 30, and you know, like it feels like people expect that you will be bigger, I don't know, you'll be more muscular. Yeah, just in general you will look more like a man and not like a teenage boy. But just like, you know, this is what my genes are like. I don't know, so I don't really feel like I am a twunk. So I think that I'm a twink. Now talking about this, I'm thinking like, why do we have to put everyone into boxes? Like, why do we need to categorize? Like, I understand that this is how our brain works. Our brain always wants to like sort of simplify things, right? Like this is why like the stereotypes are so like widespread, right? Like because our brain wants to make everything like simpler, more digestible, understandable. And this is why we can be like, okay, he's a twink, he's a twank, he's a hunk, he's an otter, he's a daddy, blah blah blah. I think that sometimes that it's not that simple. Like there's so much nuance to things. By the way, on this channel I talk about like my gay experience in dating, relationships, with my identity, authenticity, pop culture. If you resonate with what I say, please consider subscribing to my channel. I am also now on my way to become a full-time content creator, and I would really appreciate it if you could also support me via my Patreon or Ko-fi. The links are in the description. Thank you. So there is also this pressure of aging in our gay community. Like, you know, on dating apps like Grindr, like they really reward youth. Like the younger you are, the more people will be texting you. Quite often you see on dating apps, like people have these like limits. They're like, if you're over 30, don't text me, you know, stuff like this, which is like super mean. In general, I don't understand guys who write like things that they don't like and they hate in their bios. Like, dude, this is like literally, you know, like people who write no femmes, no Asians, your dick needs to be like 10 inches. I don't know, all of that very degrading kind of stuff. Where I'm from Kazakhstan originally. It's a country in Central Asia, post-Soviet country. Guys in dating apps, like when they turn 30, they start lying about their age. They put 29, 28, 27, you know, depending on how they look. And sometimes like you can see that they are clearly lying. And when you confront them about this, they're like, why does it matter to you? Like, I look younger than I am. So like, what the hell? Like, no, I won't tell you my real age. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, like you need to embrace who you are. You need to embrace your like the reality. Like you're 30, you're over 30. I don't know, you might be 40, 50. Like this is your age. Just embrace it. Like what the hell? Like, if some people don't want to deal with you just because of your age, then those people are not your people. You don't need to like what the hell? Like, stop being so dependent on the external validation. Like, literally, the more you accept yourself, the sooner you'll attract the people who will just appreciate you and will accept you just the way you are. Also, like, people fear of aging because, like you might lose your attractiveness. Just in general, like the physical attractiveness as well. And I think that once again, I think it's so beautiful to age in the sense that maybe I'm not the person to say it because I don't age that much, but like in general, I think there is always the time, like there is a time for certain things. I don't know if it makes sense. Everything happens when it's supposed to happen. So if your looks change throughout the years, then this is amazing. Like you're changing, you're a living person, you're not a robot, right? And once again, I genuinely believe that there is a market for all kinds of people. We might think that everyone just wants this young person, right? But it might not be true. There might be people who are really into someone older and they love when you can see that someone aged, in their looks. I am personally always told that, like, oh my God, you're 30. You don't look 30, you look 23, you look 25. I think that maybe I don't look 30, but I might sound 30 because, because I still lived these years, right? Like, I still gained some knowledge, like wisdom and experience. And, I think that I sound pretty mature. And, you can guess, when you actually experience talking to me, hearing me, maybe you also feel it when you watch my videos, that I am actually 30. I just don't look 30. At some point I stopped being afraid of aging. I was just like, oh my God, I really love getting older because in general it gets easier to live this life in the sense that you are more experienced, you know how to deal with things, and sometimes it feels like some things are just repeating, and since you've already had some experience with that, you know how to deal with them. And as I mentioned before, you get wiser. So this is why I really love aging, and just in general, it's a thing that you can't control. So I don't think that it makes sense for me to be mad at it. It just happens. It's a natural way for things to happen. So I just learned to accept it. And when I was turning 30, I was just like, oh my God. At first, I was just like, oh my God. I don't feel like I'm 30. I feel like if before that, I thought that when I'm 30, I probably will be this very, I don't know, I thought that my life would be just completely different. Not the way it kind of turned out to be. This doesn't mean that I'm unhappy with how it turned out. It's just I thought that I would be a very serious job with this very serious position and stuff. I didn't think that I will be a content creator, a gay activist, that I will have to move and sort of try to start from a scratch in a new country. But in general, when I turned 30, nothing much changed in the way that it wasn't like a magic, I turned 30 and I immediately I've become this a different person. No, it's just it was just a process, and it just keeps going. So I was thinking why do we have this obsession with these numbers, in the sense that this 20, 30, 40, I mean, it's just an ongoing process, and it just keeps happening and happening and happening. It's not when you turn 30 you're immediately a different person. The only thing that I kind of struggled with is that I'm 30 and I don't look 30, I mean, I understand that for many people that would be they see it as an advantage, right? When you look much younger than your age, yes, and I agree that to some extent it is a privilege. But at the same time, I was just like, you know, in this community, it feels like still a lot of people really like value, like really like when a guy is like bigger, more masculine, muscular, like just like very manly in general, has a beard, like a facial hair, and all of these features. And I was just like I'm also Asian, like, you know, and I was just like, maybe this like, you know, more feminine looking guys, they're not like as attractive, especially like since I'm in Europe now, I live in Europe, and yeah, this is what I was kind of struggling with. Like, I understand that there are still a lot of like people in the world who are not Asian and they fetishize Asians and just in general find Asian men very attractive, which is absolutely okay. I mean, like, yeah, like it's their like preference, it's their taste and stuff. So, but still, you know, you're just like, oh my God, like I'm 30. I probably supposed to look 30 and I don't look 30. Like, what, like, you know, like this kind of thought, like I had them. But then later, I just also learned to sort of accept it's the way it is. Like, I just need to accept it. Yeah, just lean into it and see where it leads me to, basically. So, as I've already talked in my previous videos, I think that, you know, like this obsession with external validation needs to be stopped in our community and just in general for humanity. Obsessing over being attracted to everyone is just like, please, like, first of all, it's impossible. Like, even you are like the hottest by all the conventional standards, there will still be people who wouldn't want to do anything with you. So I think that we need to just stop this obsession with the age. Like, okay, we're aging and like what, like we need to just accept it. And this is the way that things are. Just in general, I think that self-acceptance is so hard. Like, you know, when you can see that someone is so comfortable in their skin, no matter what their age is, like, you know, it's just so attractive. And I think that we should all strive to reach that kind of state, not to be too dramatic about these things. Because at the end of the day, what really matters is like what your personality is like, right? Like you can be the hottest, you can be like, you can just look perfect. But if you're not kind, if you're mean, if you are just like, I don't know, shallow, like there is nothing to talk about with you, you can't be a good partner, you can't be a good friend, then like what's the point? What's the point of these looks? Let's just try to be a good human. I didn't write the script for ending, so maybe this sounds like a Miss Universe kind of thing, that what I said, but like, yeah, I genuinely believe that. If you want more content from me, go follow my Instagram, give this video a thumbs up, and somewhere here is another video or like a playlist that you can check out. And hopefully I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!